Today I'm reviewing the L'Oreal Dermintensive's Revitalift Hyaluronic Acid Serum. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money. I'll never waste your time with sponsored ads or videos, so if you want to help support the channel, check out nobsbeauty.com, check my Patreon community, or click on the link below. In some ways, I don't think it's fair for me to judge this serum very well because I'm not crazy about hyaluronic acid. Although when it gets into winter, it's a nice layer to have in your routine. So, they call L'Oreal's Revitalift Dermintensive Hyaluronic Acid Serum is a dermatologist-validated, highly concentrated, anti-aging, plumping hyaluronic acid serum that immediately hydrates and fills wrinkles in 2 weeks. Hyaluronic acid can't really fill wrinkles. And if you use it for a day or 2 weeks, it's not going to make much of a difference. Although, if you go from using nothing to this, you will notice some effects because your skin wasn't getting any hydration before. So, okay, my first criteria is packaging, and they've got a standard dropper bottle packaging, which is just fine to dispense the product. In terms of denatured or drying types of alcohols, does not contain any of that. It's also fragrance-free. It's also made in the US, so no issues with any of that. So, ease of use. So, after cleansing, hyaluronic acid should be the immediate next step before any other treatments or moisturizers. I recommend when your skin is still slightly damp, applying it. They say every morning and evening, apply 2 to 3 drops to the face and neck, avoiding the eye area. If you use this, especially if you have dry skin, especially if you live in a dry climate, you must follow this with a moisturizer. Do not use this as your one and only step. Be sure to follow it with something else, because hyaluronic acid kind of takes everything from the moisture from the air and soaks into your skin. But if it's really dry where you live, it will end up just zapping it from your skin. So cover it with something very hydrating after you use it. Don't use this alone. You will end up being very dry if you don't follow it with something, and that's the problem a lot of people don't know. Especially if your skin is dry and you live in a dry climate, it has nowhere to zap that moisture from. That's just kind of how it functions. So, definitely do that. I personally hated using this in my morning routine because it caused almost every sunscreen and moisturizer to pill after I used this. Especially if you use sunscreens that contain any humectants, it just ends up pilling and looking like a mess. So I liked using this in my evening routine a little bit better. What I didn't like is it kind of, once it sets to kind of a sticky finish. And I did not like that at all. So I was not a big fan of using this one. Then we get to antioxidants and beneficial ingredients of this one. So we've got sodium hyaluronate in an amount of 1.5%. It's the 4th ingredient. Then we've got a couple other ingredients, but not much else. We've got dipeptide, Diaminobutyroyl, Benzylamide, Diacetate, which is also known as Sinake, which is a cell-communicating ingredient and a 3-amino acid peptide, which can help with fine lines and wrinkles over time. Then we've got Ascorbyl Glucoside, which is a vitamin C derivative that I'm not super crazy about, but it's been said to help with skin brightness. And that's about it. Not very exciting. I guess if you want a very, 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 very basic, simple serum, there's nothing wrong with that. But your skin really does need much more. Okay. Then we get to animal testing, and this is not cruelty-free, so can't get excited about that either. Then we get to performance, and when you apply it immediately, it gives you like an instant feel of hydration. And it never really feels like it fully absorbs, probably because it doesn't. Hyaluronic acid has a tendency to kind of sit on top of the skin, especially since the molecule size of it tends to be very large. It really has a hard time getting into your skin at all. It really basically sits on top of your skin. Ends up kind of feeling a bit greasy. Didn't work well in my morning routine, worked a little bit better at night. I've had better luck with other hyaluronic serums. This one just makes my skin kind of feel a little bit dry later. It kind of suffocated my pores a bit. My pores did not like this one. The one thing to note is it doesn't contain any acneogenic ingredients, but I will argue that sodium hyaluronate in and of itself is acneogenic because it suffocates pores. So I wasn't crazy about the performance of this one. The price for this one, so this is a full size, which is 1 ounce or 30 milliliters. It retails for $30, so it's $1 a milliliter. You can get that Disodium or the chemistry brand hyaluronic tub for less, which is like 8 ounces. So this one's expensive. And then for the it factor, it's an average serum. I mean, I guess if you have very dry skin and use a moisturizer over it, you might be lucky, but for the price of this one, some good ingredients in it would have been really nice to see. So, I don't know. This one, for being like such a big seller, they say, I did not like it at all. Sorry. I wanted to love it, but I didn't. It has few redeeming qualities, in my opinion. But, you know what? A lot of people love this one. It's got a lot of good ratings. So, what do I know? For some people, it might work great, but for me, it was a letdown all the way around. So, anyway, an expensive letdown at that. $30, $1 per milliliter. That's expensive. So, anyway. Those are my thoughts on this serum. I'm interested to hear from you guys if you're one of the people that loves this one. Because there's a lot of people that obviously do. Or if you agree with me. So, definitely leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. And stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thank you so much.